Everybody get up, no need to cram now. We got a real jam going down, going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. Welcome to the IntelliJAMS. Learn at a glance.
Yo, Alex, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
What do you want to jam on this week?
I want to jam on. We had a couple new things come out in the product this week. Progress bar, customization of that progress bar. I want to jam on that. I want to talk about what is it, and like I feel like me personally, I feel like this is the dawn of something new for us as a product, and it's just kind of like the first iteration of something. I want to jam on what it is and what this is becoming.
Cool. Well, first of all, I can tell you're Canadian by the way you say progress bar. Second of all, by the time this episode drops, it will probably not have been this week. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool new stuff coming in. I mean, I think one thing that I'm really excited about is like IntelliGEMS very notably is able to affect things like discounts, prices, all the dollars and cents on your site. And that's sort of like what we've been known for and testing and optimizing those kinds of things. So like, how do you lock in the economic model? And then it turns out, not surprising to anyone, is that the dollars and cents things are really tightly coupled to visual things on your website. So like, you know, when you have, let's get free shipping when you spend $75 or more, there's so often a progress bar that lives in the cart that tells you like you're $15 away from free shipping. People use this with free gifts. They use this with like buy more, save more on like, you know, buy 4 items, get 15% off, buy 5 items, get 20, buy 6 items, get 25% off. Like there's all forms of these. And IntelliGEMS is really good at testing and optimizing and powering the discount side. But I think that there's like the discounts are only one facet of like the whole promotion. And so one thing that we're really excited about is doubling down on the holistic approach to the way discounts and offers happen.
Is locking in the economic model, being able to influence those different things, it's all very deeply coupled with the customer experience, like you were saying. And I think like that piece of this is really interesting to me because like, hey, you could potentially test something and you actually just don't have the kind of like optimal experience to make that test happen, where you might actually draw conclusions, but it just wasn't, the offer might have been good, the incentive might have been good, the gamification structure that you were creating might have been good, but you just didn't instrument it in a way where the customer was able to fully understand what you were offering to take advantage of it.
Dude, totally. I mean, like, what good is spend $100 to get free shipping if people don't know about it, right? Like, there's going to be like, you'll get surprised in the cart of like with free shipping or not free shipping. But like the whole point of, I want a $100 free shipping threshold. The whole point of that is because you're trying to drive up AOV, right? Like maybe your AOV is $80, and 35% of orders are over $100. And if you can go from 35 to 45% of orders being over $100, then that's going to be a meaningful boost on AOV. And the only way you're going to do that is by giving people a reason to add one more thing to the cart. And if you don't have that progress bar, if you don't have something that gives them feedback that like they're only $20 away, they're only whatever, it's not going to be effective. You're like missing the point there.
And also you might actually just draw a conclusion that isn't true. Like if you're assuming that, hey, look at all these people who are buying because I offered this thing and they don't even know about it, like you might draw a conclusion of, I need to offer this in order to get people to purchase. And like that actually isn't the case.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that it's not true. It's just that like, it's not true under those circumstances. So like, correct, for example, yes. Even with like another version of a way that we're like going to invest in the way something is merchandised and the on-site experience is like, one thing that we're starting to see a lot of on sites that we work with, I think this is an awesome idea, is like you have items that you want people to buy more of, right? Like a buy more, save more, right? Buy 2, save 50% on the third, etc. And so one really like good way of merchandising that is having what I call quantity buttons, which is basically just like a really easy way to like opt into buying 3 of them without having to like add 3 to your cart or choose 3 different and keep adding to cart. And also what's great about these is it's a really like just easy way for a customer to see some of the different options on the table and show those discounts. And so that's another one that we're like working on to we have that feature and capability now, but I think there's like a lot of opportunity to make that even better, even slicker, and really an effective consumer experience. Because again, if the consumer doesn't totally understand the offer on the table, it's hard to expect them to want to buy it. I don't know. Like, there's a part of me that feels like these are a little gimmicky. I'm curious, like, how do you feel like, I feel like you've seen this in lots of shops and have like a good pulse. Like, how do you feel like, what's a good way to do this that doesn't feel gimmicky or a dark pattern? Because that's not what we're going for here.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually view them as like gimmicky or I shouldn't say that. I feel like something you can gamify something too much.
Yeah.
Get to 3, get this. Get to 6, get this. And there's like 26 different like checkpoints that you're going to cross to get something. 1, I feel like that's gimmicky. 2, I feel like it's impossible to communicate as a marketer. Like,
yeah.
Adam, how am I going to like forget how I'm going to visualize this with like the progress bar, but like, how do I actually just let you know that's happening? I would have like a novel of an email letting a customer know everything that's possible. I could potentially just say like, hey, buy more, get more things. But the more specific something is, the better it's going to turn out. So I think like, I don't necessarily see it as gimmicky. I think that the most effective ones are going to be like, figure out what your AOV is and set like a first threshold at some amount more than that. I want 20% more. I want 15% more. Set my first threshold there and then set like one more at double it. So it's like, hey, I'm going to move people slightly past my initial AOV, and then I'm going to have a bigger swing that's going to try to like double them up.
I love the double threshold.
Things like that.
Yeah. I love the double threshold. One area we see this a lot is like with a free gift. So it's like, okay, shipping is easy. What I love about free gifts, and I forget if we talked about this in an earlier pod, is like with the free gift, let's say you have this, I don't know, $30 scarf is your gift. And so people perceive it as a $30 value, but really your COGS on that $30 scarf are like $5. And so for you, the cost of it is $5 compared to, let's say, like a 10% discount on a $150 order is $15. That like has a perceived value to that customer of $15, and it has a cost to you of $15. So here you don't get any multiplier effect on the perceived value to your cost, whereas gift purchase, you get that multiplier between like on basically it's your gross margin. And so to the extent that you can offer a free gift, I love the like free shipping, free gift, dual threshold play. I think that's a really good one.
I'm not sure if they still do it, but at one point I was shopping with Bird Dogs. They do like line shorts.
Yeah.
And they had free gifts, but they actually leveled up the free gift even more because it wasn't things you could buy on the store. So not only is it like a perceived 30, but it only cost me 5, is like the perceived value is like, who knows? Like it is just this exclusive thing that I can get if I was to spend this. Or like, I think the first gift was like 2 pairs of shorts. Like someone comes in wanting one, always. Okay, let's get them to buy another pair of shorts. You get a pair of socks. Hey, you can't actually buy the socks. It's just exclusive merch for people that have got it this way.
Oh, interesting. Another like, this is a tangent, but I love it. Another fun gift with purchase that I've seen is so Shinesty, the boxer company, what their free gift is a free mystery pair. And so like there's a little bit of like fun, like excitement, you know, what's the mystery pair going to be? But for them, it's so clever because they're using it to clear the like colorways that they're just trying to like, it's their way of clearing inventory. And so like they're going to throw in the one that they're trying to like, they're not restocking, they're like on their way out. And it's just a way of clearing the excess. Cause you know, anytime you have 50 colorways and 7 sizes, you just have like a crazy inventory madness problem. So I love the mystery pair.
Also too with those, like always look for ways where you can do good like for you and for the customer. Like I think like where you said like, hey, where does this get dark? Where does this become quirky or gimmicky? Is like I'm doing something that's clearly in my best interest, not in the customer's best interest. But I think like what we're saying here is there's a lot of really cool opportunities to actually align valuable to you and valuable to the customer.
Yeah, I mean, I got that free gift, by the way, the free extra pair of boxers. And like, to me, it's an extra pair of boxers. Like, I don't even care what the prints are because like they're under my pants. Like no one sees them. And so like an extra pair of boxers is like an extra day that I don't have to go do laundry, so valuable to me.
All right. So we hit on like, hey, why did we do this? What can you do with it? What about kind of like the more like tactile here? So like, hey, we've now introduced this upgraded progress bar.
Yeah.
What does that mean tangibly for a user of IntelliGEMS?
Yeah. I mean, my vision for users of IntelliGEMS is that IntelliGEMS is helping you lock in that economic model, but really broadly speaking, like growing your profits through the way that all these offers and prices and your site is merchandised. And so I think that the new progress bar that we've built is really slick, has a lot of customization features, really easy to implement. And to the extent that different people get different offers and different gift with purchase, or you're A/B testing it and like you're trying to optimize those offers, that all like obviously plugs and plays really smoothly and out of the box. And the same is true about the quantity buttons that we're building and more to come. So to the extent that, IntelliGEMS can be used to help you guys, like I'm super open in all ears about more ways that people use these sort of on-site merchandising features that we can help them build and optimize.
Yeah, I think like TLDR is like we've always made it easy to instrument an experimentation, measure that experiment. What we're ultimately trying to do here is make it easier to build that. Hey,
Yeah.
you don't have to go off outside of IntelliGEMS to go build something. You don't need to go grab a developer and grab a designer and try to build something. Hey, we've taken a look at what's worked. We've put something together that is going to work, and you can go and test something. You can have a hypothesis and you can execute on it quickly. We even make it so that like, hey, you can save different versions of these progress bars so you can try them in different ways for different people, personalize it a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, to the extent that there are people out there that use Rebuys progress bar or Kaching quantity buttons, I hear all the time people are like, oh, I want to like A/B test that or optimize that, et cetera. It's like, okay, like you can bend over backwards trying to like use IntelliGEMS to optimize Rebuys progress bar or Kaching's quantity buttons, but like it would be way easier if that was all just coming from one place. And like, quite frankly, it's not hard to build those progress bars and like make them look good. So that's the play here, and try and just pull it all in house.
So I think like before we end this one, if anyone listening has like, hey, I really want to go test something, and that test is a marrying of like, hey, the back end and front end experience, we want to know what those are. So if, hey, you have a front end idea that is going to make it way easier for you to execute on your experiments, we want to hear about it.
100%.